Praise the Lord. Got a ginseng or a yellow root patch. Sorry about that. Down there, there is some ginseng in it also. I've known about for years and years. I decided to come up here and look, and there's a bunch more up there. Get ready to walk back up there. I'll show you what it looks like. There's a little jack in the pulpit. We call them, they're kind of like a... I did this video once before, but that camera, the lens is all fogged up on it. Yeah, you can't see nothing. There's some bloodroot. My little patch over there, a little over a month ago, I guess it was, I dug a bunch of it up and sent it to my friend D to prepare for Mr. Dodson. And I went back there and I started digging it up, and I thought, man, I need to find another patch. Look at this. All that's yellow root right there. All that over there is yellow root too. It's going all the way up there. I think this is more over here. It hasn't buried out yet, so I've got a bunch right now. Yeah, it's all in here. I've got a bunch right now. This should be good enough for a couple months. But the reason I'm doing this video is I've got a group in Messenger, you know, for whenever I go live, I can just, because of YouTube notifications aren't the best in the world, I could just punch on there that I'm going live, and anybody that's interested can come on over and watch while it's happening. But one of the gals had to go get checked for cancer, and there's just a lot of this going on right now. I mean, it seems like every day you're hearing about somebody new with cancer. There's one with Jack in the pulpits. That's Jack right there. It's like a pitcher plant. And bugs will go down in there, and it's a carnivorous plant. Pretty cool. But anyway, seems like somebody's all the time getting diagnosed with the cancer. I had a friend that had a brain tumor, and I'm just going to make this as short as possible. And you know, I'm not a doctor, and this is not medical advice, but I strongly suggest that folks do research into yellow root, also known as golden seal. And you have to really research it. You have to, it's good for several different things. But you have to be careful. Unless you know what you're doing, if you can go out and dig it, that's the best way. But if you buy it online or off somebody, you need to make sure it's a good source. And I can't tell you who that would be. I have no idea who it would be. But my friend had the brain cancer, and they had given him like 8 to 10 months to live. It's under a year, I remember that. And he had went through the radiation and chemotherapy and all that. He had the cancer. They, you know, did the surgery, got it out, came back. Went through that a couple of times, and then they finally told him it was inoperable for whatever reason. They was afraid that he wouldn't make the operation whenever it was on his brain. And like I said, they gave him 8 to 10 months, something like that, to live. So his daddy was always a root digger, and he started studying up on stuff. My friend did on the internet, started studying up on the different roots, and his daddy was digging one called yellow root. And he seen where it was beneficial for several things. Like I said, several. Look it up. Yellow root or golden seal. Same thing. So he started making, oh, that's about ugly. He started making a tea out of it. And drinking the tea, and it's a bitter tea. I drink it to boost your immune system. Then he started grinding it up and making capsules out of it. Just taking the capsules. He went back in 3 or 4 months later for the checkup, and he was cancer free. You know, these drug companies, pharmacies, I don't know, the doctors I'm sure is in on this, FDA or whoever. You know, it's a shame. But I don't trust the government anymore. I really don't. And I've kind of been that way for a while, but now that, I mean, it kind of ties into this whole Bigfoot thing, they have to know it's real. I know it's real, they have to know. But this little root that grows wild has all kinds of medicinal properties, healing powers. And one of them happens to be cancer. Now, like I said, do the research yourself. Check it out. Good for several things. But basically what this does is starve out the cancer. I think the cancer, and like I said, this is just me talking, walking in a creek and talking to you. I think what it does is cancer eats sugar in your body. And what this does is starve out the cancer by removing the sugar or blocking it so it can't eat the sugar. Do your research. But they don't want you to know this because they're making billions and trillions of dollars off of us poor folks dying because they say they can't cure it. And the truth be known, they are probably the ones that's giving folks cancer with the, well, it's the Wi-Fi, the chemicals in our food and in our water. But anyway, I don't want to go off on a whole rant about all that. I'm going to take this home, dry it out, send it to Miss D. She can give it to Mr. Dotson. Praise the Lord, he's trying it. I mean, the man, he's a tough old bird. Like I said, I don't know him personally, but I respect him. He's an honest man. If you don't like what he says, I mean, it's just him being honest. That's your problem. You know, he's not one to say every stump's a booger or anything like that, and I respect him. He's one of the researchers that I respect. And I hope he gets well. Another thing is, Dee, God bless her. I love you to death, Dee. She's working on him. I'm helping working on his soul, and that's what really counts in this world, is your soul. You know, what we do in this life, it's just a stepping stone for the next one, to get to the next one. You need to not only take care of your body, it's your temple, but more important is take care of that soul. We're all sinners. We're men. I mean, it's in our nature to be sinners. However, the good Lord He loves us so much that He gave us His only Son, that whoever shall believeth in Him will have everlasting life. Now that's something. All right, y'all. Be good to each other. Y'all have a good weekend. Pray for Mr. Dotson. Pray for his soul. And God bless.